Is there any way you can achieve success, without having to give up something valuable?
No, you can't achieve success without sacrificing something valuable. Life also has credit loads. Different level of successes have different levels of credit loads. Some people are doing 1 credit load effort for a goal that is a 6 credit load.
Oh my God. Being sold out to a vision, being so defined that you know what is sacrifice, you know what you are cutting out, you know what you are giving in. Can someone equate it to selling your soul?
I won't call it selling your soul, but there are certain things that will be sacrificed in your soul.
What shouldn't be on the negotiating table? What shouldn't be sacrificed in the course of attaining that success?
Hello and welcome. Just so you know, it's Big Frank on Liberators Network, where minds are set free, voices are amplified, and ideas spark real-world impact. Yeah, it's an honor to be here with you again. And as always, I want to thank you all for the subscriptions, the likes, the shares, the comments. And I urge you that you should continue. Spread the word. Let your neighbors, your friends, your family see our episodes and get edified as well. And on this Obunga episode, I have with me my co-host and the person of...
The businessman.
The businessman, yes. Yeah. And our special guest. You know, when they call guest special, he's a special guest. He's the reason that they call guest special in the first place.
Yeah.
And he is a writer. Now, why all this hype not enter? He's a writer. I mean...
It's like he's used to this.
He's not for a living. He's a writer. He's a minister and a pastor. He's a minister of the gospel.
Yeah.
And a pastor.
Yeah.
He is tall, dark, and handsome.
I'm telling you.
Very intelligent. He is here to...
shake the table. He deserves a drum roll anyway.
He writes so much fire that he makes Otto Pendragon timid.
I don't think they got that. He went over their head.
They will get it.
Try.
The Pendragon is
a takeaway.
Because he's a better author than Otto Pendragon.
Yes, now. Drum roll, everybody.
It is with joy that I introduce to you your name, please, sir.
My name is Minister Sam Moye. Thank you all for having me. It's really an honor to be here.
Simplicity too, bro. You call accolades finish, you just went straight. Simplicity.
That's it.
That's all.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So that intro was the jolly part of this episode. We're about to get straight down to business. It's a very serious topic. It's something some of you would call delicate. We are going to cite one of our legends in Nigeria and then what he has taught us. Kanayo.
Kanayo.
So we are saying that Kanayo taught us a principle and a lesson that we Nigerians have refused to learn because we are afraid of giving what it takes to succeed. Are you aware of this, sir? That this is what you are here to do?
Yes, I am.
And do you agree with this?
Yes. To some extent, yes. That's what we're going to discuss.
Then let's dive into the questions. Let's dissect it. Let's hear. Because for one, I agree.
Yes.
To an extent as well. To a reasonable extent, even.
Okay.
I mean, for God to have gained man back and then the relationship he wanted with man to succeed, blood sacrifice had to be made. And he sacrificed his son.
Yes.
Need I say more?
No, I think we should just leave the
So
floor.
can I understand what I'm saying now? So if his son had to be sacrificed for him to get what he wants.
Yeah, I mean, God already made the greatest sacrifice.
The greatest sacrifice. So let's get down to it.
All right. So we're going to be throwing a couple of questions at you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question that I'm going to throw at you, sir, is as regards success. So the question is, why do we admire successful people, but yet become uncomfortable when we discover what they did to get to that point of success?
Like you rightly said in the question, we all admire successful people.
Yes.
And who wouldn't? Nobody wants to be mediocre. Nobody wants to be living with poor results. So when we see people who have made the kind of results or are living the kind of life that we want, it's naturally easy for you to admire them, to want to be like them, to want to learn from them. And the question you ask can be seen from two sides.
Okay.
So but it's true on both sides. There is the one side where people see, oh, this person is living this way, has done this. And then we hear from the horse's mouth what they did, the amount of efforts, sacrifice that they put into it.
Okay.
And they're like, I can't make that sacrifice. Sometimes it's a subconscious decision, like, I can't do this. So they continue with the admiring, and then somehow they are wishing there's going to be a faster way for it to happen. That's one side.
Okay.
Then there's the other side where people admire someone and then they learn either from them or from society that the path to their success is the unconventional, evil way.
Evil. Okay.
And rightly, anybody who still has a conscience would feel very uncomfortable with it.
Okay.
So, on both sides,
There
whatever lens you're looking at it from, whether it's the lens of hard work and time put in, or the other side of somebody going to the diabolical or whatever it is, when you weigh the amount of effort, the amount of sacrifice that goes into becoming success, it is naturally uncomfortable.
Okay. So be it hard work. That's
on the good side.
In quote here, being that the people admiring within that admiration might be lazy, okay, or their conscience, whichever. This is what could cause discomfort. This is I'm going to ask the question coming from the conscience part.
Okay.
And even the lazy part, the sacrifice generally. So if someone who is struggling admires someone wealthy, successful, and then realizes that, okay, this person had to do something diabolical, something dark, or had to work extra to get here. And then it's like, okay, no, I cannot do that. That's too much. I cannot sacrifice all that. But daily, they make what they think is small sacrifices to just get past the day.
Yes.
Daily. Over time, if you accumulate sacrifices that they've made, the compromises they've made, if you compare it to that one big, in quote, diabolic dark, or that one very huge sacrifice the other person has made, it's as though they've even outdone this person over time. Yes, they did not get out of their struggle. What the person did once and got out of it. Which is now better? Is it not hypocrisy and self-deceit for you to say, I cannot do this, I cannot go this way, I cannot sacrifice all this time, I cannot give all this, I can't afford to do that now, but daily you give small that will cost you more? Is that not hypocrisy?
There is a hypocrisy to it, yes. And again, because of the place of conscience and the human spirit,
yes, sir.
There are certain things that even you and I, we have a spectrum of what is good and what is bad.
Yes, sir.
And my spectrum of bad is different from your spectrum of bad. So for somebody else, what this person paid to get there is at the far end of the spectrum of uncomfortable, of bad, of can never happen. But they also still recognize somewhere in their mind that they still need to pay some level of sacrifice. So they are doing it within the level that they feel like, I don't kill anybody.
Yes.
I did not.
Yeah.
God go still forgive you.
You know, go far.
You know, go far.
Yeah.
There's this mindset of, if me and this person stand before God now, God will favor me more. It's not exactly true.
Okay.
That's the conversion from that day. Sin is sin. Evil is evil. The Lord does not.
Big or small.
That's a different matter. But if you want to talk about weighing the consequences of their decisions, we must be careful again, so we don't now tell somebody that, okay, since you have been stealing 5k every day from your employer, why not just go and steal the 1 million? That's not what we're trying to say. It's more of, there's already something inbuilt in the human being that understands that a sacrifice must be made. So it's either you're going big or you're going home.
What shouldn't be on the negotiating table? What shouldn't be sacrificed in the course of attaining that success?
Is there anything that shouldn't be sacrificed? Is there anything that is out of bounds?
Yes.
You say what shouldn't be. Is there anything that really shouldn't be? Is there anything that for you to get what you want?
It's kind of, I would say it's relative to everybody, but if you want to put the universal truth to it, it's things like your faith cannot be sacrificed. Things like your family
Okay.
cannot be sacrificed. Things like your integrity, your values, your convictions should not be sacrificed. But there are people who do make these sacrifices, and like I said, it depends on the spectrum of what is comfortable for each person, what is okay for each person.
Yes.
There is somebody now who feels like it's okay. Like, let me ask a question. There are some men that are comfortable with the idea of getting married and living abroad while their wife stays in Nigeria. And then they see maybe once or twice a year.
Yes.
And they are comfortable with that kind of marriage. The wife is comfortable with it. There are some men that it is not possible. It is me and my family. Wherever we go, we are there.
We are there.
Okay. I understand what you're saying now.
But then there is a saying as regards hard work. They said, as regards money, not necessarily hard work. They said, being poor is hard. But being rich, successful, wealthy, is hard too. You should choose your heart. So I'm trying to bring it to relate to what we are discussing as regards sacrifices and everything. There are levels of sacrifice that you have to put in to get to where you are going to. So I was asking, what shouldn't be put on the table? What shouldn't be removed? And what, as regards the level of success that you want to attain, you must pay a certain price. It's hard to get to that place. But if it requires you sacrificing your family, is it something that you would support to do? Like, is it necessary? Because it's hard.
Is this dependent on the spectrum?
Yes, it's hard.
With this example you just made.
On a personal note, I would not sacrifice family.
Okay. Pause. Because I just remember that when I was asking this question, I said, is there anything that shouldn't be sacrificed? And now he has said he will not sacrifice family. And I remember you're talking about Kanayo. So there are some things you should not sacrifice. As well, literally, you shouldn't sacrifice literally family. Because Kanayo himself, it just occurred to me that I said, is there anything that you shouldn't? And you're talking about Kanayo. And I said, don't sacrifice family. We're not talking about literally. No, it's not literally. Please, explain what you mean. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Obviously, we've shifted from the diabolical side.
Yes.
So
We have shifted.
So we are
no longer there. Yes.
When I say family should not be sacrificed, it's the understanding that there's a statistics now that's growing that most men in their old age are miserable.
Oh.
Most men,
Successful or not, are miserable. And it points back to one thing most of the time. It's that they were hardly ever around for their family, or they were not building strong enough relationship with the people that mattered.
Okay.
So if you check every man now, you know that one of the driving force is his family. He may not consciously or subconsciously say that he's sacrificing his family, but he knows he's doing this for his family. But there's an extent you go to, and if you don't strike the balance, you begin to lose the thing you're working for. There's an example that I'm going to be very diplomatic in using the example, but imagine someone who works as a tech bro, does coding and programming 5 days a week, hardly comes home. But when he comes home, they know daddy has been working. And then just picture this scenario where he's at his office and his 4-year-old son walks in. And he's happy to see his 4-year-old son and he wants to play with the boy. And the boy is like, no, you want to work. And he's like, no, I want to play. Say, no. We know you want to work. When daddy's working, daddy's always working.
For a 4-year-old, he's not joking. He's not trying to.
So you already see that from that age, the child has already gotten an identity that this person is never around. This person is always working.
Yes.
So you've already told them that when it comes to setting priorities, the work comes first. Now, should a man now say, oh, because of my family, I'm not going to work, I'm not going to drive to build this thing? No. It just means you gauge the amount of effort and sacrifice you give per time. If I want to build something for my family, and the main aim is for my family, there should always be the consciousness of whatever I'm doing is for them, and I don't lose them in the
I think
process.
to be trying to get.
It's like somewhere that's I think it's a popular example. You're cooking a good pot of soup, gone to the market, you got the fattest chicken, you've done everything, but you're taking time to cook the soup. And those that are hungry waiting for you, they've gone to eat somewhere and they've fallen asleep. Whereas you could have brought bread while you're cooking the soup.
Okay.
Everybody
I
will
think
tear
that's-
the bread and be
because-
eating while we are waiting for the soup,
You know,
Which has to be
paradoxical.
cooked well.
which has to be cooked well.
Yes.
So the sacrifice of, as you're tearing the bread, it dey your mouth, but it dey enter kitchen. But not that you're like, Mona, just wait, make the soup ready. They wait. After they while, they find something else, chop, go sleep. So when you're now like the soup is ready, everybody's stomach is full. There's no space again for anything else.
See, this is why I was snapping. See how paradoxical this is. So this means you could be sacrificing something without knowing you're sacrificing it.
Yes.
That you can sacrificing your family that without knowing that this is what you're now sacrificing to gain this. So I pictured the man when he said strike a balance. So I started picturing the man that has a goal. This is where I want to be in life. And then if he decides to strike a balance, if he would have gotten here in 5 years, it took him like 15 or 10 years to get there, which with age is not going to be on his side. So that means you can sacrifice two things simultaneously. You are sacrificing your work now for your family. You're sacrificing a part of your family for your work.
Yes. It's a skill. It's a balance.
Yeah, it's sacrifice. Sacrifice. What is sacrifice? Sacrifice is giving up something valuable. Yes.
That's a good example.
That's a good
definition.
So,
yes.
if you wanted to attain this level of success, you're not giving up your family for it, but because you also value your family, you have to give up the level of success.
It just means the level of effort I'm going to put into this will never go beyond this level because of my family. Because of my faith, I will never go beyond
Okay, makes
this
sense. It makes
line.
sense now. It makes sense now.
But I still feel like these things, are they not restraints? Are they not keeping you from reaching or maxing your potential?
No. The issue is that most people the average man can be myopic, one-sided.
Okay.
They only see one road to go there. So, and that one road is what every single person that they've spoken to, that they are seeing,
recommends
and say this is the only way to go.
Okay.
So they tell you in this industry, if you don't do this, you can't get there.
Yes.
So he now knows, okay, that's the sack. This is what successful people do. Like you said, he's uncomfortable with it.
But
So let him make small sacrifices and still get somewhere. But if you actually check, there may be 3 or 4 other ways around it. We've seen and heard stories of studios. Tyler Perry is one of them. Many others who were B-level production studios that Hollywood didn't give them the space or time to do the kind of movies that they wanted because there were certain regulations, things that had to be in your movies and things that you have to produce for you to be in the Hollywood strip and all that. But they were not ready to do that. So what they did was that they built their own. It took a while, yes, but there's a principle. If you build it, they will come. People will come. You're trying to get a seat at the table. Somebody else is building his own table. And then people are coming to the table, to his table.
I like that.
So when people feel like, if this thing is limiting, it's not limiting. If that is actually your goal, there are more than one ways there. The only place that has one way is God, and that's through Jesus. Every other thing has
That's
another
more than
way.
that you
There is always another way. It's just that somebody needs to think more, work more, look beyond his circumstances and ask, what else am I not doing? You will find a way. There's always a way. You know, I was talking to a dear friend that, so come to a movie industry again, and they come and they tell you that, for you to land this role, you must do this, sacrifice your body, one thing or the other. And then I told them, the people don't know that the devil is happy when Christians give one of 2 answers. The first answer is the person compromises. The devil is happy because it means he just won another soul to his side. He just destroyed your faith. That person just sacrificed their faith and their body together. Then there's another side that people feel like is the winning side. But it's not actually the winning side. The devil
When you
actually
turn it
wants it.
down.
When the person turns it down, goes on Twitter and says, they wanted me to do this, but I said no. I'm keeping my faith, and then they fold their hands and do nothing. It means you still did not enter the industry. He still gets keeping it.
Mhm.
You are still outside.
They are still outside.
The only narrative you now have is they told
You
me to
wanted
do
me
this
to.
and I said no, I was
No.
not comfortable with it. Whereas there's somebody else that says, I will find another way.
To get into
I
this
will
industry.
pray, I will fast, I will read, I will
this
study,
door.
and I will enter this place. When I enter this place, I will bend these people to my. That's how it is. That's another way of thinking. There's a popular example of I believe is it Ibukun Awoshika, the first contract that she had. My pastor has given this example many times. Where the first contract that came, a big contract that came to her company, and the people who brought the contract met her office manager, and they wanted to inflate the price like mad high. The office manager already knows that their boss will not do. They were like, we won't do this. They're like, go and call your boss. They called her on phone. And she told them, as they told you, I won't do it.
Yes.
That this is the price, this is the fair price, and I may believe I will not pay. And they're like, we'll take it somewhere. She said, no problem. So they left. She said that after they left, that a holy anger came on, that she was angry.
Why would?
That this money, apart if you bring it down to the level of the honest profit, would change everybody, the people involved, her life, everybody's life will be changed. Why? She became, and she started praying and commanding that those people went around, checked. All the people they were trying to meet, they were not trustworthy enough. They came back to her. Those were one of the first big breaks that she had. There is always another path.
If there is always another way, and sacrifice is giving up something valuable, is there any way you can attain success, achieve success, without having to give up something valuable, without having to sacrifice something? Since there are multiple ways to do this. Is there any one where you can achieve what you desire truthfully without giving up something valuable? Not just anything, giving up something valuable without sacrificing?
No. You can't achieve success without sacrificing something valuable. The difference will now be, one, that you're not sacrificing your conscience or your faith. That's one side. You're not going to go the other way. But you now say you want to go the clean way. You will still make sacrifices. The difference now is, and the sacrifice you make must be uncomfortable.
Must.
It must be uncomfortable. Depending to the level of success you desire, to the level of discomfort you're going to face. But there must be something that is, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It just came to mind. I remembered seeing a clip about Elon Musk where he said he was working in their factory, Tesla factories, for 16 hours, where he was thinking and working. And people say, like, okay, because there's this thing about, they say as if he has autism and whatnot. He doesn't think like a normal person and all that. And he would say he does not recommend this for everybody. That when he starts working that way, his brain starts to hurt, that he feels pain, both physically and mentally. But they asked him, so why did you do it? He said he knew that if he didn't do it, that Tesla would die. It's an uncomfortable thing. But
had to bear the vision on his back.
Who's the richest man in the world?
Okay.
Whatever you want to say, that the factories now they are not paying people this. A guy, he has paid the price to get to where he is. If you're not ready to pay the price, cut your suit according to your size.
There must be a suit to cut.
Everybody has their own size of suit. Somebody is just desiring a suit
smaller suit
that is bigger than them.
In this line, I would like you to debunk something very fast. They say the higher you go, the tougher it becomes. Meanwhile, when you look at social media, not to say that social media is our standard, but we've seen successful people in certain areas of life, showing off on social media how easy it is for them to move from point A to point B, cross borders, move to different places for vacation and all of that. And for someone that wants to get to that kind of level of success, would you say that the higher you go, the more sacrifices you make at a level, the easier it will get for you to get there, and when you get there,
That is
you
a-
have to pay that much.
If it gets easier over time as
If
well.
yes, but the saying goes, the higher you go, the tougher it becomes.
My experience, the higher you go, the tougher it will get. But the difference is what was tough for you before becomes easy.
Okay.
There's a story about, I think it's from, I'm trying to remember the name of the series, but it's something American. It's about American football. It's a TV series.
Okay.
But the main character of the TV series is actually a real person. It was based off his story. So he was speaking about a friend of his who was in NBA. That's the basketball.
Basketball,
Yes.
yes, association.
And he said when he was in high school that they practiced as mad and as anything just to get to the playoffs, just to get to the point where they would pick them to play for state
Or pro level,
and,
Yeah.
pro level and all that. And so when they got there, he was like, okay, it had become normal. By the time they were getting to that level had become easy because it's like going to a gym.
Okay.
If you've never been to a gym and you want to lift 50 kg, the first day, even if you do it the first day, you do it 10 reps, 20 reps, tomorrow morning, body go report. But if you do it over time, it becomes normal. Your body adapts.
Yeah.
So that level of hard becomes your everyday,
Becomes a norm.
becomes a norm for
Okay.
you. And you begin to eat the benefits and the results of it. So if you see them on social media that they are flying around, it's because they've done the work to eat the benefit of that level.
It doesn't still mean that it's not tough to do.
The next level he's going for,
Okay.
which is the example I was trying to
It's
give,
even going to be impossible for someone that has not.
that has not started. So when he got into the team, he found out that, I'm trying to get the example, let's say that they were practicing like 4 or 5 hours to become good to play with the
Yes,
pro.
that-
When they got to the pro, they found out that there are sometimes you don't go home at all. You'll be there. You know, there's a book, Relentless, where read stories of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, where they say he will stand at a spot with basketballs all around him and he will shoot that thing 1,000 times from 4 a.m. to like 6 a.m. And if you check, these people have one coach. His leg he has an injury, a broken leg and knee, and this thing. He will stand there and do. And the man, so someone that's playing college basketball is that he's shooting hoops every Saturday and Friday and whatnot. But when he comes there, that one is normal for him. Someone that is in like 4th grade or primary 4 that's trying to learn basketball is like, I'm looking up to you. There's somebody else he's looking,
He's
up,
looking
to.
up to.
That one, there's somebody else he's looking
looking
up
up
to.
to.
So it just keeps going up and up and up. But for every level you conquer, there are benefits that come with it.
All right, so before we continue, I would love to encourage you, our viewers, to subscribe, like, comment, and also share this video because it's definitely going to impact lives. I'm telling you. I promise you that.
So, does he ever end? Does he end? You're now saying that at this level you see that there is something else to give up.
Like there is more.
So, if you make one huge sacrifice to attain the success you dream of, is there a criteria that you have to continue sacrificing to maintain that level where you're at? Is the sacrifice thing continuous or there is once and for all?
There's a point you get to, it no longer becomes what you call the sacrifice will no longer become a sacrifice. It will become your normal life.
And there wouldn't be need for you to actually sacrifice something that will cost you at that point.
You must keep pushing up. The law of gravity is working against every single thing.
So there should be a maintenance sacrifice still.
So if you
If there's anything like that,
Can I,
I mean,
maintenance sacrifice, yes. He does that.
Yeah,
He does that.
when you look at a plane, there are about 4 forces that act on a plane. The first one is drag, it's pulling it back. The second one is gravity, pulling it down.
down, yes.
Then there's thrust, it's pushing forward. Then there's lift, that is taking it up.
Upward.
A plane does not get off the ground until the level of the thrust and the lift is greater than the gravity and the drag.
Yes. Drag.
So if a plane gets into cruise mode and it's flying at maybe 20,000 feet, if he decides he wants to go to 30,000 feet, the
That's
speed
another.
must increase, the lift must increase again to get there. So It just depends on where is your stop mark. If at a point you get and like, okay, I'm comfortable with this, and most people don't have a stop mark.
Yes.
So when it comes to money, it's the more you touch more, there's more. But I think it's one of the beautiful things about when somebody has God, and God becomes what fuels you, what occupies you. So you now know that the main joy I have does not come from how much money I have, but from the fact that there's somebody that I know. Yes. I wake up and I can hear his voice. I know. So there's an amount of money you make. It's for a purpose. Even if I don't hit it or this, I'm driving with every effort to get it, but it's not a do or die affair to make money anymore. I'm doing it because God wants me to. I'm doing it because I want to make God happy. I'm doing it because I want my family to be happy. But if it gets to the point where it crosses God or it crosses my family, people did it. Some people don't have a lead. In fact, some people don't know where they are going. They just want to blow. So as they are blowing, they blow each year. They make money. They are the face of the limelight. It's beautiful. If somebody else overshadows them a moment, that person becomes the next target that they need to beat to get up. And it looks as if you're going up and up. But if you pass the earth atmosphere and you go, it's space. Where you get to, there is no air. Where there's a point you get to, you say the sky is the limit. God gave you a limit for a reason. There's a way you cross and go. It's only you and your maker that will be there. Nobody else will be there.
This thing is. So with the plain analogy, first of all, what he has explained is very simple. That when he said that there is a point you get to, and then it's no longer a sacrifice to what you used to sacrifice. So before the plane takes off to get to that 20,000 feet, the speed and then the speed. What else?
Trust and lift.
And the lift, yes, has to be enough to lift it there. And then when it's on that cruise, it's no longer anything because it's just on that same speed and trust.
Yeah.
But if he now wants to go up again, now has to sacrifice again.
More.
But if he maintains that one, it's not sacrifice for it. It's normal for it there. Then when you're saying that there is a point you get to, I don't think I know of anybody who has gotten to okay, lonely at the top. I'm not even talking about the artists because this is the thing some people do say actually.
Yeah.
Let me get something. Is that a result of not having a threshold, not having a particular place you want to get to, and just going up? Or
I don't think it's first about the threshold, because the truth is people who don't even have a clear goal of where they are going to, sometimes they don't even hit the top. There's just a point where they get to and they will crash and burn because they don't have the systems or the structure to keep going on. So the guy is flying a jet that is meant to cruise at 30,000 feet. And then he looks up and he sees a big airliner that's now at 40,000 feet. And because he feels like he should be there, he tries to move up there. The thing will crash. That's one side. So most people that are saying lonely at the top, it's not really because they keep pushing. It's more of the fact that most people, they've seen what it takes to get there, but they will not do it. And there's a part where I respect it too. At least to yourself, be true.
Be true to yourself.
Where you've counted the cost, and you said, okay, I will not do it. Jesus counted the cost.
Yes.
But there's a dangerous part to it, to that side. So my pastor would say, Pastor David would say, that if you look your eyes up, but you are not going to pay the sacrifice, and you still want up, you're a thief.
A thief.
If you look up,
and
you count the cost, and you're like, I can't go up.
But you want what's up.
But you are not keeping. That's thief.
Okay.
This one is now okay. I know I cannot go. Let me now stay here. You have cut your coat according to your size. There is more honor for that person. But the people who go into the diabolical, who start stealing, are the people who look up, see what, because it's not true that they did not see people who went there the legit way. they saw that it took them longer. Sacrifice of time. They studied more to go there. Then they saw somebody else that says, come and see me. I will show you a shortcut. And it's the issue with our age. Now, everything has to be microwave, has to be fast, has to be, how can I get it now? How can I do it now? How can I have every new update of a phone, of a TV or laptop is about something faster, something quicker.
Yes.
We don't have the patience to sit down and learn. And it's the dangerous thing, because you don't, if you take a hammer, a nail to the wall, you don't hit the nail once and expect it to drive the nail straight in, unless you're a power mic or something. You have to keep hitting and hitting and hitting, and each one drives the nail
to a certain level
in. You don't plant a seed now, walk into your house and come back and say, my apple tree has grown. There's consistent work that must be put in. But some people just know.
I understand it's corrupt,
that they can't.
Our expectations are corrupt even.
So there's something else I think I heard my pastor say recently. He said, your level of manifestation must match your level of expectation. So if what you are expecting, if the level you are expecting to go to is this, the level of work you put in must match it
to get you there. This is a concept that I'm currently writing a book and a series on. Okay.
In school we talk about credit loads.
Yeah.
I didn't know what credit loads meant. Don't judge me. Until 3 months after I graduated.
Okay.
I just knew
that's fair compared to some of them.
I thought credit load just meant this course is take it seriously. They just put a number. This one is 1 credit, this one is 2 credit, this one is 3 credit, this one is 4, this one is 6.
Yes.
Your project work is usually 6. It was afterwards I was speaking to a dear friend. She was the best graduate student in biochemistry at the time, and she was telling me that 1 credit, 2 credits is actually calculating the number of hours in study, in classwork that is required for you to pass that course.
You said you figured this out, right?
3 months after I graduated.
I graduated 2023.
That's hard.
So your case is different.
And this is what it actually means.
That's what it actually means. So when something has a 6 credit load, it means I'm trying to get the exact, but I think it's about 6 times 2 or 6 times 3.
Yes.
Number of hours you're supposed to spend, both in class, both in personal study, both in research, for you to pass it. So I don't know if it still happens now, but there are certain things they'll tell you that the number of credit loads for this semester, you have exceeded it.
Yes.
Because what they are calculating, they don't tell you, people don't know, but what they are calculating is that if we give this person this course 3 times a week in your timetable, this one 2 times a week, this one once a week, and you attend class, you're reading what you're supposed to read, you should be able to pass this. So when the thing passes the credit load, they tell you they move this one to another year, to another semester.
They didn't break this thing down for us.
They didn't tell us nothing. They didn't tell us nothing.
But see the beautiful thing now. Life also has credit loads.
Okay.
Different level of successes have different levels of credit loads. Some people are doing 1 credit load effort for a goal that is a 6 credit load.
Oh my God. Please say that again, sir.
You're using a 1 credit load effort to do a 6 credit load goal.
You can't get it.
It's not possible.
The
only other thing that will happen is that you will do mbo. You will carry machinery.
Which is now that shortcut.
Which is the shortcut. In a civilized place.
Yes.
Nigeria is coming up. But I have nieces and people abroad, and they tell you, that they go to they have a counselor that tells them, okay, I think you should shift this particular credit load to the next semester.
Yes.
You should do this maybe on Saturdays. So because you are working and here is jam packed. I remember how I looked when I was in Unizik. I was skinny. When I say I was 1. It didn't take 2 months after I graduated, flesh started coming to my body, because the system does not even understand the load.
You don't understand what you're carrying.
Then imagine the person that has 3 carryover. Put on top of that. Then the one that is missing class.
These things are analogies for life itself.
They are analogies for life itself.
And it's worse that you don't even know.
You don't even know what you're doing.
Like,
and the implications of your
yes,
actions too.
as to putting it like this will make you know, okay, I'm trying to achieve this. This crazy little thing, I think, is a wonderful analogy. And you know that okay, I should put in this amount of work and time. But when you don't even know, all you know is that I should put in work and time. You don't know what amount. You don't even know that there is carryover. There are some things that you're yet to achieve that you should achieve first before going over to this one.
Exactly.
And you're trying to do all at once.
I think the question here is, how do you now understand and set goals to not keep carrying loads that are not supposed to be, or giving in the less amount of effort to what should require so much effort?
It's the skill of counting the cost.
Okay.
Naturally, when we talk about SMART goals, I think it's one place where people miss in the acronym. There is specific, there's measurable, there is achievable, then R is realistic.
Realistic. Okay.
There's time bound. Most people just said, okay, I'm going to make 50 million in so and so. How are you measuring it? What are your inputs? What exactly will you be doing? Then you now come down and check the amount of time that you have and ask yourself, is this thing realistic?
Okay.
There are certain goals that I have set and I'm praying in the spirit and I feel charged up. As I finish, I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. The Holy Spirit does not answer me. It's the next morning as I'm praying, like, Samuel, remove that goal. That thing, that fire that was burning is you. You will finish setting it in January. New Year resolution. September, you start feeling bad. Like, no, charge up. Okay, no. There's the time. I have 3 more months. So it's already up to some people now. We're about to enter August. Then December, they will not look at, maybe the goal was to make 1 million. It's now 50K that they made. Like, God.
Carry over.
Then, because hope is eternal and it's a dangerous thing, they will now move it again to next year. And say, no problem. Next year I will do better. I will keep pushing better. It's a very dangerous opium. Hope is a good waiter. It's scripture. But it's also a dangerous. So some people, there's this statement that I heard that keeps me in check. He said there are people who have been living the same 1 year for 87 times and they call it a life. It's a statement that I have it on my board, and I look at it like, so what exactly are you sure you're putting in the right effort in this place? If you know you're not doing the right effort, that comes to another part where in time knowing to measure what you need to do is that if this is your focus,
yes,
some things must leave the table for you to focus on this. It's one of the things that I think I was talking to a friend that I have this mentor who teaches me in writing, and once in a while we come on a webinar and a Zoom call and I'm asking him questions, and then he's setting set goals for your writing and this, and then there's one part of the goal that I've been skipping for like 3-4 years. It's this year that he finally kicked in. Okay, what's your goal? Your goal is this. What are you going to do? This. How long are you going to do it? This. What are you going to remove from your timetable and your distance?
What are you going to remove
from your timetable? Be able to achieve this.
Yes.
Sacrifice has come inside again.
And that is compulsory. You cannot find a way to merge both.
You have 24 hours. You want to start. You say this thing is very important, but you are giving 30% here, 25 here, 5 here, 8 here.
Can't get it.
It's not possible. So
can't get it.
Sometimes people see that they've been working hard, and it's not that they're not working hard. Though. They're not putting in enough time into it. There are some things that you can just move and say, I halt it for 3 months and move it to the next quarter, so I can pour all of that effort into this. And then when I achieve it, I can bring this one back on. But it's a place of discipline where the person now says, okay, let me move. But most of the time we feel like I can
juggle all
of them.
Yeah.
Then there's burnout. Then there's confusion. Then there is you are putting in effort, but nothing seems to be working because you feel like the amount of time you're giving is the same amount of time this person is giving. Whereas this person is giving 8 hours, you're giving 2.
And the 8 is targeted.
The 8 is very target, very precise.
And this thing is applied to even people that do not have a timetable. So it's applied to even if you don't know.
Even if you don't have a timetable.
Even if you do not know that there's something you have to take off. When you bring in something new, is it that automatically something goes out of your life without you knowing?
Something must shift because
you have
time
the same
is
24 hours.
finite.
You have to sacrifice.
So even if you don't know, something just goes out automatically.
Got sacrificed, yes.
They call it meat. Money, energy, attention, time. I think it was John Obidi that said it this way. He said, using scripture says in the book of Proverbs, it says, the lazy man does not know how to roast his meat, does not know how to use his money, his energy, his attention, and his time. It's a beautiful analogy for me. Because if you say this is the thing you want to do, and it's important, this is where you are putting your meat into, your money, your energy, your attention, and your time. If you're not putting it there, and you're spreading it, you have half cooked meats. It tastes good, yet doesn't taste well here. So, Alex Omozi, one of the greatest minds of our time, and the recent book launch he had made a world record, $104 million in 1 day.
In 1 day.
But everybody's excited. This, that. But if you follow him prior to them, you would see the ton load of ads, of content that was being created. And what he was doing was, there were original content ideas.
Yes.
And then there were content ideas like challenges and trends that they would take and then they would replicate. They would do 400, 500, 600, 700. I remember one interview he was having with Chris Williams. I just heard it, and he was talking to somebody. I was like, a friend of his came over. I was like, okay, want to see how you run ads in your business and how you do content. And they were like, sure. Ask me your question. The person was like, okay, so how many content do you create in a week? And he was like, so you talk, how many are we doing? I said, currently we're around 500 and something.
In a week.
Content though. It was like, you say a month or we say a week. I said, oh.
In a week.
So the person was like, oh, okay. Like, so what's that question? No, there's no other question again.
What do you want to ask? What do you want to ask?
There's no other question again because the person I was talking to was doing 53. He was doing like 7 every day, 8 every day. And
do you know in a week, 500 in a week?
Bro.
Do you know how many in a day to make 500 in a week?
It opened my mind. Of course, now it has teams. Which amplifies the work.
Yes.
But it opened my mind because I was thinking about it with a friend and it was like, you have a bright idea.
Yeah.
I have a bright idea. You have a bright idea. You know the idea go blow. If it's on social media.
Yes.
So you come on Instagram and you're posting content every day. You know the other issue? There are 20 million other young guys like you that are
with bright ideas still.
Posting it too. Who go see them?
Who wants to see them?
It is the numbers game. Who is in their faces more that they will remember? It's not whether you have the deepest mind or this thing.
Who is?
If you check all these our content, they are just churning out content back to back.
And this is still connects to the Olodo issue. Yes, now. Oh, yes.
You want to drag us into a particular listener, but
because these guys are putting our content back to back.
Exactly.
And that's why they are winning, actually.
Yes.
It's an attention game.
Yes.
Whoever owns or controls the attention of the masses wins. So the point I was even trying to make with Alex this was that he said that if you come to his house, that there's one item you will find in every single room. It says a stopwatch. That it's in the bathroom. Because sometimes he's at the bathroom, he has to be with his phone and he's working. So he's there, and I found it very, very profound. That he knows the amount of hours it takes to start a podcast from 0 and launch it to 1,000 followers. He knows the amount of hours it takes to start up a gym and grow the membership.
He said hours, like specificity.
Specific in hours.
He didn't say the amount of time given in months. He said the amount of hours.
So he says he's talking to people and people are like, okay, how long did it take you to build your podcast? He said it took me about 10 years. Oh, wow. So that when they say 10 years, in his mind, like, they don't know what they're talking about. Is it 10 years, or you're just giving me the space of time where you were playing up and
down? Because if you combine time when you're doing just the podcast.
Yes, it won't be up to 10 years.
So he gives this example that you want to write a book for somebody. Let me use myself as an example. And
Yes.
it will take you tell yourself it will take you 6 hours to do it. Say from 8 o'clock in the morning, if you focus 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock, you're using AI tools and things and you're formatting. By 2 o'clock, it is done. And you're saying that because you've done it once or twice before. You started by 8 and you finished by 2. Say, this time, use a stopwatch.
Okay.
As soon as you start writing, press start. As soon as you get distracted, press pause. When you get back to work again, press play. He said you will find out that that's 8 to 2. Probably there were 4 hours in that time that were for distraction. And you only spent 2 hours. It only required 2 hours for you to work. He said when you do it over and over and over, that something gets into your subconscious where you start getting irritated at distraction.
Because you know it steals time from you.
You now know that thing I was calling 6 hours is actually just 2 hours.
2 hours.
So when you say, hey, I'm working hard, you now know, okay, if I only use 2 hours in this 6 hour period, what happens if I now focus that entire 6 hours
on the same
thing? You will be surprised the kind of thing that you will produce.
Oh.
So that's the idea of, okay, you actually calculate how much time it takes. There are certain things that I've been doing. I've been trying this out recently for about 2 weeks now. There are certain things I will do that if I just think about it, it just drains me, like the thought of doing it. And I'm not ready to do it. I'm not ready to make the sacrifice for it because I've tried it once or twice before and it took time. The minute I started timing myself and seeing the amount of inputs, I found that something that I thought was 2 hours was 17 minutes. Because I answered a call.
It's practical.
I opened Instagram. I watched 2 reels.
So this is practical.
I scrolled up.
Oh my God.
It's very practical,
bro. This is too straight to real life. This is
You'll
too
be
practical.
surprised how much of our attention is being stolen. And the guy is working, no. It's just that if he actually calculates what he calls work, what he's actually sacrificing, it's not commensurate because he's being distracted most of the time. If he actually now takes out the distraction and pours in this grace of God put on top, he will be surprised what will come out. You know, working with my pastor, Pastor David, you keep shouting, oh, people are distracted. Focus on your work. I cannot tell you how many years I've been with my he has been shouting this thing. It was when I started saying, like, hey, Pastor, I'm sorry. It's now I understand what you're saying.
Focus on your work.
Where you say one place, I heard this thing from him, and he has his phone, he has a tab. On that tab, there's no Facebook, there's only one WhatsApp, and that WhatsApp is to staff members. Nobody else has it. The only people you find out that is his staff members. It's not his wife is there, of course. His mother's number is not there, and nobody else is there. There's no Instagram. There's nothing else. It's just that. That thing is for work. It's for his messages, for his study. That's all that is there. People have a tab like, big screen. I don't get TV. Make I watch Netflix. So he knows that, okay, when he's on his phone and he starts, after a while, he catches himself and he knows this thing on my hand now is not working. It's play. He drops it, so he goes back to work. But when you're doing work and play on the same device,
I see.
That's another game.
I see. One more question. Because the way you explain this, someone somewhere has been like, I have to be so sold out to my purpose, to get so sold out to my vision, to actually get to the point where I want to get in life as regards success. So I want to ask, being sold out to a vision, being so defined that you know what is sacrifice, you know what you are cutting out, you know what you are giving in. Can someone equate it to selling your soul? Because there is something as selling your soul.
There is something as selling your soul, but we have to be careful.
Okay.
That we're not switching back to the other side.
The negative side of sacrifice and
But if we want to come to the actual side, the good side, the main side.
Yes.
I won't call it selling your soul, but there are certain things that will be sacrificed in your soul. Now, let's start with the word soul. We know from Bible theology that the human soul and psychology that human soul is made up about the mind,
Yes,
the will,
and
and the emotions.
Yes.
So, for you to become this, mindsets must be sold.
Okay.
Certain emotions must die.
Okay.
Willpower must be developed through discipline. So yes, you will sell your soul in quotes, not sell your, because the person who sells his soul to the devil is that his way of thinking is being controlled by something else.
Okay.
The emotion and conscience that would have told him you can't do this has been overridden to follow this. The willpower to do good is gone. You know when somebody is addicted, it's gone.
It's gone.
Even if he wants to, the willpower tells him to do this. So there is the willpower of, you want to watch football finals, FIFA finals, but you have a proposal to send, and you have to send it before 8 a.m. So the willpower is that, just your emotion is that just watch it. People they shout for outside. Why is not letting you? Just watch the match.
You are missing
you
out.
Still have 2 hours. You still have 3 hours. But you tell yourself, I go watch highlights. The thrill of everybody shouting "Goal!" for there's a bigger contract at the. That's the focus. So there is a sacrifice of the soul.
Yes.
You're not sacrificing your conscience. You're not sacrificing the part of your soul that makes you a human. It's just that it becomes more of a sacrifice of identity.
Yes.
So mindsets are changing. Thought patterns are changing.
Yeah.
The Clash of the Titans. There's this scene that I love.
The old one. The old one.
Okay. Yeah.
It should be, I think, that war, the Clash of the Titans War of the Titans should be the end of it. It's Clash of the Titans, War of Titans.
Yeah.
So I think the ending where Perseus was training his son. This is where Zeus is dead, Hades is dead, and he's training his son to sword fight, and his son drops the sword. And normally he's a small boy, he would have just like, it's okay, take it easy. You know what he tells him? He tells him, pick up your sword, calls the boy's name, say you're the son of Perseus, son of Zeus. Know who you are. Get up. This one is that I can choose to use the emotion to pet this child now. But it will cost him. It will cost this boy later.
Yes.
He will forget that he's a son of a god. So pick up the wooden sword. Let's go back at it again. They keep going. There is a cost. There's always a cost.
So it's only because Zoe forgot Kanayo from the outside.
Like the way he disappeared.
How does he come in here? What exactly it is that we Nigerians should learn from him? I'm taking that you've mentioned that there must be sacrifice.
Yeah.
Despite that we've seen Kanayo as one that makes the wrong one for movie, but if there's a principle he's preaching that there must be sacrifice. Is there anything else you need to take from that, or is that it?
I would say that it's the warning side of it. Because yes, nine sacrifice showed us, that if you want to make money, do it the Calabash way, red cloth in the night, all that. And it did something to our generation of Nigerians. It exposed us to, so there are people that make money this way. This is diabolical. God forbid we can't do this. And they also programmed some people that there is a shortcut to it.
Yeah.
That's the warning side of the whole Kanayo, because we use that memes and this thing, just saying the sacrifices must be made. Yes, but you must know the balance to this. The sacrifice is not your family or your daughter or something. No, it's the sacrifice of my time, my energy, and all that. Yeah. And the understanding that nothing good happens this fast.
Despite us getting everything in an age where everything comes fast, is it not possible that with all the amenities and technology we have, that since we get everything that normally, even plants now, we can grow them faster with technology, is it not possible that since we have found a way to make things fast, that we can also make succeeding faster than usually how it would, based on principle?
Yes, you can.
Without having to go through the bad shortcut.
You don't have to go to the bad way, the devil's way, or the dark side. The truth is, you want to speak from the spiritual side, the devil is an apprentice. Everything he did, he said before God now. It was there he now said, no, he wants to run his own show. Everything he makes man do is something he sees that these are the principles that God has enthroned, but he just twists it against man.
Okay, it's almost as though we've forgotten the kind of that led to this. But if for anything, the way he relates to this entire topic is that you've pointed out that we must sacrifice something if we want to change, live, or succeed.
Yes.
And there is even the sacrifice of maintenance to maintain where you are. Like, this is the question I have. Since we are in a world today, because kind of you've explained that he does a shortcut thing, the one that is not that's
On screen, no?
On screen.
on screen, please,
screen.
on screen. Yes, because the bad part of this lesson also is that it's a warning that the shortcut doesn't usually end well. That is also what we can learn from him.
Yeah.
But in a world now that is different from his, where we can get everything fast, like you mentioned, everything is fast, technology is making it fast. It's as though it's engineered for us to understand that things. Is that not helping us? Plus, does that not mean that truthfully we can find a shortcut because of the inventions we have today to success without soiling our hands?
It's an advantage, actually. The age we live in, it's a two-edged sword. It cuts both ways. The positive side is that we live in an age, especially the AI age now, which is it's mind-blowing. If you think you're keeping in touch, you are outdated, because by the time you wake up tomorrow, something has come out that has blown out what you said you knew yesterday. But I remember just about 2 months ago, thereabout, when Sedans released a video. When I saw the video, I thought it was Brad Pitt. It was a movie, full-scale Hollywood movie.
And they used actual actors too.
So Hollywood had to sue them.
Yes. Okay, that's what I heard about this. So I didn't see the movie.
I was like, okay, what's the big deal about it? And I found out it was AI. And before then, the longest I think it was Gemini's, this thing was 8 seconds. They made a full-fledged, that would have cost maybe 20 million, 30 million. And they used just an AI prompting set. So there's somebody else that is like, I have bright ideas to make a movie. I have bright ideas to do this. But Hollywood is not accepting me. There's so many this. But AI has given you the tools.
The platform.
We have songs now that are topping the charts that were created by AI. It's never been easier to succeed than it is now. But there will be people who will be myopic. There will be people who will still want to, they still want to follow the old path. This is not how it is done. They are very traditional in their mindsets. When it comes to this. This is the easiest time to, and you must not be a jack of all trades to go. Where is my area? Which technology, which things aid me here? And master it. I know we're talking about AI now, but there's a quote I love. It says, you need a level of natural intelligence to use artificial intelligence.
Fact. Honestly, this is the topic on its own.
You do.
If not, people will just be using it to post.
Do.
I'm not shading anybody, but there's some Facebook video you just call of one girl that the guy calabash on her head, her leg is going this way and her body is going this way. It's some kind of crazy videos and this thing. But if anything, people are watching it too. Somebody is making his own money. You that you are angry and God gave you all the bright ideas, but you know those tools
and you
exist,
can even detect the errors. Yes, you're not using it.
That's an issue. It's an indictment against you. So yes, we live in a world where it is faster and easier to learn. Things are happening instant. So you have to go. Don't fight the train. Learn how to ride the train. But there's not the other side of it. The other side of it now has to do with where, because everything is happening instant, because there's a consumer side and then there's a creator side.
Yes.
So there's this pyramid that I learned years ago where it says 95% of the entire world are consumers, 3% are curators, 2% are creators. So the creator makes, the curator provides it for the consumers. So the richest people are usually that 5%, the 3 and the 2%. So in the world of instant, most of these people are creating things for people to consume. Now, it's not everywhere that you are going to be creator and
there are
curator.
places
There are places you must be a consumer.
Okay.
So, but the issue now is where you are consuming more than you are creating. So you become addicted to the instant. And it's dangerous, like we said about Instagram Reels, content. Like you just post, it happens to everybody, even to me. I saw a video. I'm someone that's very passionate about Claude AI. And I saw someone that I respected. Like he just did, because of everybody that's been talking to me, I'm going to give a 4-hour tutorial on how to use Claude AI on this particular topic. And I was excited. That thing, I have downloaded it. For the last 2 weeks, it's been on my phone.
You not consumed it yet.
If I open it, I start sleeping.
So it's like you're being engineered. So wait, it's not even that we don't like it, that we sometimes cannot even stand through something that is no longer short. And
you've been exposed to too many shorts. That anything that is long
becomes boring.
So it's the whole dopamine.
Yes.
That you watch something short and you get you're excited. Oh wow, oh, it happens 10 seconds, oh, you're good. You now know that is 1 hour where the person is trying to lay the foundation for the topic step by step. You'll be like, how far can we get to the sweet part? It's dangerous because
duty has charged.
If you don't learn how to control it, and you learn how to control it by working against it. It's not that you stop taking those shots because they are there for your good, but it's that you intentionally put yourself in situations where you're reading more, reading a full book, not on your phone, read a hard copy book, watch a full-length video, not just movies, not just, people can binge watch a series. If you put the amount of hours they use in binge watching a series, they could have learned a full skill online. But the truth is, we go still watch the film before we go watch the tutorial. It's where pleasure is first, but you still drag yourself to it. There's a scripture I love. It says bind the horn of the sacrifice to the altar. You see the goat, as you're bringing to sacrifice, it go drag your body, it go drag your mind, it go drag and come. Use rope, tie am for there, sit down, go watch this thing. If not, I'm sure now that there's a video, there's a course that all of us here in this room we've paid for or we are aware of that should have increased our finances, but we've not opened it. He did somewhere.
The fact that he said, I'm sure, and
I'm over sure.
Like, that means it's a problem.
It's a problem.
I'm sure also that there are certain bookmarks that you have on Instagram, on Twitter.
It's okay.
I'm thinking of myself because I know I'm
hard copy still. Hard copy.
I opened my Twitter bookmarks yesterday. Like, God, I should not be paying Lord. There's some kind of person paying God. They're like, I should do what for you? Have you opened your Instagram? Have you opened your YouTube downloads?
YouTube downloads.
Much. I mean, these are real life experiences.
We must be careful because the more you feed on short things, the more impulsive you become. And the more impulsive you become, the more easy it is for you to be enslaved.
Is the engineering.
The thing that makes us the thing that makes us the top of the food chain is that we are able to think. And we are creative.
Now it's taking it away from us.
Yes.
I don't know if you know, there was a time that it became very glaring that if you open TikTok, you would see, I think, is it for you following?
Yes.
But if you check those from China and other places, Western countries, for you following STEM. When you go on STEM, it's only educational content.
On STEM, yes. Thank
you. It was
you.
when we started, people started like, why is it not in Africa? After a while, they now reworked about it.
Yeah.
They are trying to dumb
why they keep creating.
So if they not there, you blow left. Most people now, all the knowledge that they have, these solodo things. I know why I that place, but this solodo thing is very the knowledge that they have is 4 reels that they watched where somebody was speaking with energy on something. They don't know shit by.
No research, no basis.
They can't defend themselves, and if you just start giving them points that beats them or is beyond what they start insulting.
They switch to cursing. Yes.
Because nothing knowledge is still the key, but is the discipline. And I pray God that those who are listening actually get this.
Yeah.
See, because it's
No,
it's
they'll
not
get it,
just
they'll
hard
get it.
work. It's also a spirit of grace where you say, Lord, teach me to be studious with this thing. The scripture, it says, 1 Timothy 4:15, it says, Paul was speaking to Timothy, he said, give yourself wholly to this thing. Give yourself fully to this thing, that your progress may be evident to all. Another verse I like, it says, occupy yourself with this thing. So there is a grace that drives a man to say, I'm going to give myself to this thing. I'm going to pour myself to this thing. And I'm going to stay here. I'm going to sacrifice time. I'm going to give my attention to this until I produce the results. That's what it takes to succeed in this place.
Man, that is impulsive. It's easy to enslave.
Thank you so much. This is doing justice when we say not scratching the surface.
Like,
This is it.
This
is
one
it.
should be a course. Like,
I think we should have a second coming. Like you come,
Of Jesus.
No, you come back for
He's
another.
coming, don't worry.
Come
Jesus is
on,
coming.
come on.
you have to be.
This-
You have to be here multiple times.
I'm telling you.
By God's grace.
I'm telling you.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I don't need to say much to you guys. All I have to say is that you shouldn't hoard this knowledge. You shouldn't keep it to yourself alone. So I do not need to say much at this point. All I'm advising you to do now is to share this video. You're not sharing it because you want to support us, not just to support us, but rather to support people you're sending it to.
Yes.
Your friends, your family. In fact, there are parts of this video where he said that if you can cut out and loop, listen to it every day in the morning and know exactly what you're doing with your life. From the credit load part, your life, from the timetable part,
The stopwatch still.
the stopwatch, so you know where you're working, so
Yeah,
you know how much work
yeah.
you're putting in. So until next time, go ponder on this, regurgitate, listen to it over and over as much as you can, and you can drop questions in the comment section. I will relay them to him. His handles are going to be attached to this video, so you can reach out to him and ask your questions. Till next time, take care. Ciao.